we didn't look at the most recent mission briefings. Drop Ahmad off against werewolves. So we had werewolves, we had tank columns codenamed werewolves, vampires, Frank and Stein.
We've got a potential political nightmare, and I hate political nightmares. We must keep UN peacekeeper casualties within an acceptable range. Deploy Ahmad to stage fighting retreat, monitor, and extract when the situation is no longer viable.
We've done that, and... oh, and there was zombies too. Which... that's a nice status. Exercised. I wonder what it was while it was still active.
Intel. Villa's two forces, codenamed Vampire and Zombie, are not likely to show discipline in the hot zone.
Knock out bridges to set them on a collision course with Ukrainians' forces.
Massive self-inflicted casualties are projected to ensue in a chaotic frenzy. This is gonna be a monster mash.
Oh yeah, right. Ukrainians' forces are the ones that are coming from the east side. And if we left the southern bridge intact, I suppose they could have collided with Villa's forces, but while going there they would have blown up the southern landing zone, so who cares? Oops. Okay. And this is the mission we should be getting into now.
You're in the land of the living dead. This zone is laced with tripwires to activate hidden tanks and scuds. If you open the coffin, you better stake what rises up.
Circle behind them and blind their radar before prosecuting your attack.
Scuds belch smoke before they launch. When you see them smoking, get stoking, Commander.
But like I said, we are going to do a bit of sightseeing first. For example, this castle here. And we have a rocking new gun, so... the king lives. And I counted that took 10 shots, so... it's 500 points of armor or 5 Hellfire missiles. And there's the... well, I have no idea why the text called that the king when it's obviously the count. And he looks like he's conducting a symphony orchestra to me. What's he saying? I'm pretty sure what he's saying. Shame we don't have any chain gun ammo.
I will hunt you.
Blah. Interesting. I didn't know before that he says different things depending on what you shoot him hit with. Those first voice clips they were weird. That maybe he was saying "avenge me," and then "I will haunt you." We don't really need any ammo refills while we have the railgun. But sure. Over here. That looks interesting, doesn't it? 5 Zeus tanks around an armor repair. Okay, I had to do a bit of an edit there. Where were we? Yeah. If you come here before the second half of the mission is triggered, these tanks will actually be hidden in big bales of hay. And if you pick up that armor in the middle, they will all burst out and attack you. Provided, of course, you haven't blown them up before that. And Hack will also warn that this looks like a trap or something, but really... it's about as obvious as a trap you can have, short of having a big Wile E. Coyote style sign that points to it and says armor.
Not only are they dishonorable and despicable, but they are reinforced.
That was...
Get off sacred land!
Oh, thanks. And why do you call this sacred land? We are nowhere near Mecca. Also, why was Ahmad speaking there after I picked up the armor? He is down on the ground helping United Peacekeepers. And speaking of speaking, just checking if there's any of those lines triggered by heading to the corners of the map. And also this guy's trapped in the middle of the cornfield. Beware or the children of the corn will get you. So, what else? Oh yeah, there's that one graveyard. I think it's a graveyard since it doesn't have a chapel or a church connected to it. Oh, by the way, let's see if we can blow up. Yay! Blew up the stone foundation of a house for no reason. Also, was there buildings up here? That's where we picked up the railgun. Oh, there's one. Nothing! Absolutely pointless destruction, don't you just love it? And stop hiding in hay, what has hay ever done to you? Now, the actual graveyard over here. First,
in this place I see myself, ugly and tormented, haunted as I am.
Ivan as charming as ever. 11, 12, 13, 14. 20 shots. And here's an extra life. That little mausoleum takes... And I need more fuel. That mausoleum takes 1,000... Or it has 1,000 points of armor. Twice what that castle had. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, I know. There's fuel for you. Happy now? Okay, the Scud Commander is right there. Come to think of it, around the middle of Desert Strike there was also a mission where you had to go pick up several Scud Commanders to find the locations of the Scuds, and so you could destroy them. Fancy that. But we won't be picking him up quite yet. At least I... Take that. Oh, I did leave one of the bridges intact, but those people are too silly to go all this way. Oh, done. Ooh, there's a scientist. Can I pick you up? Oh, then get a railgun shot in the face. He was killed by science, just the way he would have wanted to go. Science for everybody! That was a tough little truck. Okay, so wanted to check out this corner to see if it triggers a line. Nope. And also, well, I don't know, science! Okay, I guess we can start heading towards the Scud Commander. Oh. I'm going to fight like a fighter pilot. I wanted to demolish this place here to see if there's anything useful.
Once we had perfect invasion plan, map got smudged, the fleet took the blame, the map was hidden.
I suppose I should hold the gamepad further away from the microphone. Sorry about that. I didn't really make out what Vlad was saying. Something about the perfect invasion plan. And, okay, the tank column is here. And they can touch me. Look at that. Na 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 na, you can't hit me. I don't really know why though. Look at that. Their shells are blowing up right in front of the chopper, but somehow not really doing damage. Okay. Now let's beeline to the Scud Commander, though not so directly that we would go over the radioactive zone. But what the hell, let's show you how it damages you. Yeah, what's that? 40 points of armor gone. Oh, actually the map was showing that MIA on the left. There's the Scud Commander.